3 community-based seed entrepreneur cooperatives will now be operating in Adamawa State. But this is happening at a time there are issued seed production certifications by the Feed the Future Nigeria Integrated Agriculture Activity. Senior reporter Olabi Adenose filed in the story and will be back with business news.
Going through vigorous seed planting training for some years, these set of seed entrepreneurs are being handed over their certificates. Their mission is clear: to transform the Northeast agricultural landscape.
And here we are trying to inaugurate seed entrepreneurs that will be able to produce the seeds internally to satisfy Adamawa State farmers. That is why I say it's a great milestone, because when this is fully established, Adamawa State may not need to go out to look for seeds.
Speaking at the occasion, Parakash Kansilwal, Chief of Party and Principal Specialist Feed the Future Nigeria Integrated Agriculture Activity, believes that farmers in the Northeast, particularly Adamawa State, can purchase their seed at affordable prices through these community-based seed entrepreneurs. He was represented by his Deputy Chief of Party, Kayode Faleti.
If improved seeds are not available, they plant it. And even if they are available, if they are not affordable, with smallholder farmers still plant it. Smallholder farmers will only plant improved seeds if they are available and affordable.
In his remarks, Governor Amadou Finturi says his administration will continue to support farmers. The governor was represented by the State Commissioner for Agriculture, who commended the United States government, IITA and other partners for their intervention. Going forward, he tasked researchers to produce climate-smart seed that will be of resistance to drought due to shortage of rainfall witnessed in some parts of the country.
I also want to challenge the researchers, the plant breeders. I am challenging breeders to come up with new breeds of crops that we can use to mitigate this climate change.
These cooperative groups are expected to make available an affordable seed to the farmers in the Northeast, having gone through the Seed Entrepreneurship Program supported by the United States Agency for International Development.
In business news, the Central Bank of Nigeria recorded $553 million in remittance inflows for July 2024, a 130% increase compared to the same period in 2023. This was revealed by the Apex Bank's Acting Director of Corporate Communications, Mrs. Akama Sidi Ali, stating that the figure represents the highest monthly total inflows on record. She explained that this growth in remittance receipts is attributable to policy measures introduced by the CBN to enhance liquidity in Nigeria's foreign exchange market. Mrs. Sidi Ali further highlighted granting licenses to new international money transfer operators, implementing a willing buyer, willing seller model, and enabling timely access to Naira liquidity for IMTUs as measures used to support continued growth in these inflows. The Chairman, House of Representatives Committee on Insurance and Actuarial Matters, Ahmed Jaha, says the committee will take proactive steps to formulate regulatory frameworks and provide support to the Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation to effectively safeguard and secure depositors' funds in Nigeria. These and more from discussions at the 2024 retreat for the House of Representative members, which held in Lagos. We have more in this report.
The Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation plays a pivotal role in safeguarding deposits, ensuring that our financial institutions operate within a secure environment. This gathering of members of the House of Representative Committee on Insurance and Actuarial Matters, put together by the NDIC, is focused on strengthening financial stability and deposit insurance framework for economic resilience. Managing Director and Chief Executive of the corporation, Mr. Bello Hassan, says the theme is apt given the determination of the federal government towards achieving sustainable growth by strengthening the financial sector to boost economic growth.
The corporation had reassessed its depositor payment methodology with a view to adopting a different approach that will ensure prompt payment to depositors. This was tested in the recent payment to depositors of Heritage Bank in liquidation. It is instructive to mention that the corporation, using the bank verification number BVN of depositors obtained from Nigeria Interbank Settlement System (NIPS), was able to access alternate accounts of customers and commence payment to depositors within a record time of 4 days.
For the chairman of the House Committee, Ahmed Jaha, meetings like this one will help equip members with the knowledge required to contribute meaningfully to the sector's advancement, particularly in ensuring the safety of depositors' funds.
When NDIC brought the matter of the issue of expanding the deposit insured deposit coverage from 500,000 to 5 million naira, there was an outcry outside from members of the public that is going to deplete the resources of the corporation, which the management of the NDIC, in their own wisdom, since they are the experts in that field, resisted that particular pressure and did that. Virtually after some days, you realize that we had one giant bank failing, that is Heritage Bank. So there is a need for members of the National Assembly to know much about this kind of processes and the reason why it should be done that way.
The retreat ultimately gave insights to fostering collaborations and developing actionable strategies that will strengthen financial stability and enhance the deposit insurance framework in Nigeria.
The Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Shippers Council, Mr. Pius Akuta, is on a tour of facilities in the Northwest. He had key discussions with the Kaduna Shippers Association and the management of the Kaduna Inland Dry Port. TVC News Senior Business Correspondent Ifunaya Eze reports.
In a meeting with the Kaduna Shippers Association, concerns were raised about the challenges faced by the Kaduna Inland Dry Port, particularly the need for better rail infrastructure. The group also called for a one-stop shop for exports.
What we have been paying for transporting goods from Lagos to Kaduna here, it has been very outrageous. And by the time we factor it to the goods, it is affecting the cost of the goods here. And once we have this very rail, I know that it will go a long way to reduce the cost of our importation.
Mr. Akuta acknowledged these issues and emphasized the Council's commitment to finding solutions.
We will continue to do everything possible to promote the use of the rail lines. We know that the light gauge, which is lying fallow, almost moribund, there are discussions to see how they can also be revived for the purpose of cargo transportation alone. So that is also in the pipeline. For that discussion is ongoing.
At the Kaduna Inland Dry Port, Mr. Akuta was briefed on their status as a bonded terminal rather than a full-fledged dry port, which complicates operations and increases costs. He responded by highlighting ongoing legislative efforts to address these concerns.
The port stands on about 5 hectares with a warehouse capacity of 4,000 square meters. What this simply means is that on its own, we are economics of scale, not to start to talk about the other products that we have, like our cold room, like the lab. So there's a lot to do. We are a port.
It is the directive of the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy that we should, quickly work around all the issues that are preventing these infrastructures from achieving their optimal objectives, so that we can see how they begin to function in that light. So we have a duty to go back now and ensure that that bill that is pending before the National Assembly is passed in record time.
The visit concluded with Mr. Akuta reaffirming the Council's dedication to enhancing the infrastructure and operations of the Kaduna Inland Dry Port to boost Nigeria's trade logistics. Ifunanya Eze, TVC News.
The alumni of Federal Government College Idoani Ondo State have called for renewed focus to promote entrepreneurial activities and empower members within the association. There was a central focus at this year's Career and Business Symposium put together in Lagos by the Lagos chapter of the association. The president of the association, Mr. Tunde Obadinro, reaffirmed the association's commitment to giving back to the alma mater through shared value and collective responsibility. Members were equipped with essential skills and knowledge to become successful and impactful entrepreneurs. As part of the activities lined up for the symposium, a pitch session was held to showcase innovative ideas, and winners were awarded grants.
One of the things we've seen recently, in recent times, is that there's a need to deepen capacity for our younger sets within our own alumni network with regards to their businesses or their careers. And we're trying to help them, empower them, provide them with knowledge, information, access, whether it's to finance, to technical support for their businesses as well as their careers. We believe that you are as good as your network. And the value of network is not just for it to be on my phone. It's for me to be able to use it, leverage, and provide more knowledge, technical support, and access to finance for my businesses.
Apart from giving out these financial incentives or palliatives, we're attaching mentors to these business owners, a deliberate process, rigorous process of choosing the participants, the beneficiaries of this grant has gone through, where we adopted EOI, RFP processes. So when these grants are going out today, we are going to be supporting them with mentorship to guide them. It's not just only money. We want them to